Guys, welcome back to Medical Coding with Blue. Today is Vlogmas Day 22. If you're brand new to my channel, welcome. I am Blue, I'm a medical coder. I am doing the theme of my Vlogmas this year as motivation and inspiration. Today's message is all about action. All right, so let's get into it. Elvis Presley is one of my most favorite all-time singers. And he sang a little song that said a little less conversation, a little more action, please. And I love that because as I was preparing for today's episode, I heard that song. I said, how fitting. All right, so now why did I think of that song for today's episode about action? Well, here's the thing. I talk a lot about speaking life into your goals and into your dreams and the things that you want to do in your life, right? But there's also, you have to do action in order to meet those and to fully execute those goals. You have to have an action with it, right? And a lot of times people kind of get stuck at talking about the things that they want to do. Maybe they sort of fantasize about what it is that they want, and wouldn't it be cool if I went back to school and I got a new job and I got a new career and it was something that I loved and I was just happy. Wouldn't that be cool? They kind of get stuck in that frame of mind, and instead of doing some kind of action about it, they think that just saying, well, I'll get to it eventually, is enough. It's not enough. Whenever you start to have those feelings of, I have a goal, this is something that I want to do, and is it going to make my life better? Yes. Is it going to make my life more fulfilled? Yes. And if the answer is yes to those, right, questions, then you want to start taking steps to reaching your goals. And you can start off by doing small steps. It doesn't have to be anything huge. It just has to be movement, whatever it is, whether it is that you want to go back to school, but you're not sure yet on what it is that you want to do, but you want to start to research. And that's when you're like, okay, that's an action that I can get on, right? I'm researching, I'm finding out everything I need to know. That's an action, and it's going to put you towards your goal a lot quicker than it would be if you just continued to talk about it, because now it's going to start having a little bit of life put into it, right? With your knowledge is going to start to expand, right? And so if you are wanting to get into medical coding, then you would start to look up the associations and things like that, and what credentials are available for you to get certified and everything. And that is starting to take those steps into really making sure that you are making way towards your goals. So that is very, very important. But that is the whole message for today, is not to get caught up in just the talking part. You have to start making those steps, and you have to keep being progressive about it. And the more you learn and the more that you start to know all this stuff, and you start to think about, okay, well, how do I get into school? I know I need to look up this program, this program, this program, and these programs are available for help for me, right? And so then that way you can really get into whatever it is that you want. But don't get stuck at just the talking phase. You really do need to help it along and start to do your part and do the action phase. And once you get into that action phase, it'll start to flow. Okay. And even in the times that it's going to get boring, because I guarantee you at some point in your goals journey, right, whatever goals it is that you have, there's going to be a time when it's going to get boring and it's not going to be as exciting, because maybe you're like, well, I already know this stuff, and I just have to wait. It's about being patient now. And so I'm just going to get impatient with it, because you have to continue to move forward in those actions and go through the times when it's not going to be so much fun and it's not going to be so exciting. But remember, even that is the shaping process for you, because if you have to go through a program, and your program is, let's say, 18 months, and you're thinking, gosh, I can't wait till this 18 months is over so I can start my new career and get going and everything. if that is the case, it's still character building for you, because you have to wait. You have to wait, and this is your time to develop as a coder, at least in the beginning, if that is the program that you're in, right? I'm just going to use this as an example. My messages are for everybody, so just fill in whatever profession you want to fill it in, you know. But with that in mind, just think the same way, right? This is just your character building time. This is going to prepare you. And the more preparation that you have, not overthinking, right? But just preparing yourself and just sort of really knowing at the same time that once you get into your new phase, into the next phase of your goal, that there's going to be new things that you're going to learn. And so you could try to be as prepared as you want to be, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you will be 100% ready. So just know that it will it will get easier though. But the thing about goals is you just have to continue to work with them, but you have to constantly take those steps, and don't forget to take those steps, because those steps of continually working towards them is what is going to keep those goals alive. Because the second that you start to slack off and you're like, well, you know, I took today off from studying, that's okay, it's all right. But when you start to add up those, and then by the time you know it, it's a week, and then it's 2 weeks, and oh, I really slacked off. You guys have to make sure that you're staying on track. Whatever you have to do to have accountability for yourself, you need to do. Even if it means putting up notes around so that you can see, did you study today? How much did you study today? At least this way you'll know that you will be able to be accountable for yourself. It'll teach you discipline, which is very important. Anytime you're learning anything new, you do have to be disciplined in whatever it is. And being a medical coder is no exception to that. Just so you guys know, there is no exception here. We have to do research, we have to learn a lot, and we constantly have to have the discipline in order to stay the course, because it is very easy to get complacent. And in something like medical coding, the health information management field, you never want to get complacent, because there's always going to be something new. There's always going to be new cutting edge things, and you always want to make sure that you're ahead of the curve. And by doing that, you have to make sure that you're studying. So this is why I always tell people, even if you've passed your certification exam, make sure you're still studying. That is still action towards making yourself more high caliber or more prepared for the future. So I hope that this has helped you. But this is just a little reminder, because sometimes we have to be reminded to stay the course, and we have to talk less and act more. And in order to really meet our goals, again, you have to talk less and act more. Talk less, act more. Because at the end of the day, we all want to just move forward. Everybody does. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is that you do. Everybody always wants to, or you really want to make sure that you are making sure that you check yourself as far as like, am I where I want to be? Is this what I want to do? And if it's not, then you need to set new goals, and you need to make sure that you're making sure that you are happy. So that is the message for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. We have 2 more days. 2 more days of Vlogmas. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it is already almost done. What am I gonna do? But again, I hope you guys have enjoyed this motivational series. If you have stayed this long watching, I appreciate you. 2 more episodes, and that'll be it. But I will not be at the premiere for this episode tonight. I will be in a session. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments below, and I will see y'all on the next episode. Bye!